Okay? The royal men of the Lord are the basis of the earth and to be further exalted in the future. Okay, move on.
This is the prophet Ezekiel 21, verse 26.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord power, remove the diadem and take off the crown.
Right, remove the diadem and take off the crown, meaning signifying the power. Go on.
This shall not be the same.
Yep.
Exalt him that is low, and abase him that is high.
Right, exalt him that which is low, right? And so read that verse again, and then catch that.
Thus saith the Lord God, remove the diadem and take off the crown.
Right?
This shall not be the same.
Yep.
Exalt him that is low,
Right, exalt him that is low. Go on.
and abase him
Okay.
that is high.
And abase him that is high. So Esau's high right now. He's in exaltation right now. He's so much so that you got the 2/3 of our own people, they want to kiss his ass. Alright? That's how exalted he is. And not just Jake, but all of these other nations too. Come on, what's your deal?
I'm a Christian and I wonder which branch you were.
Okay, well, you can listen. That's fine. That's
No,
all
I
right.
can't.
If you want to listen, that's all right. But you can't do that though. You can't do that. Now, if you have a question, we can go with the questions. You can't do
No denomination.
Oh, we're the Israelites. We're the Israelites. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's all right. Yeah, read that. You can't do that, right?
Said, exalt him that is low, and abase him that is high.
Right.
I will overturn.
Right, and a base
Overturn.
that is hot. So the Lord is going to overturn. You know what that means? The Lord is going to make things right side up again, because
Right.
everything's upside down.
Right.
That's what he means by he's going to overturn it.
Right.
The Lord is going to overturn everything to our favor. Why? Because we're really the stewards of the earth, man. We're really the ones that should be inhabiting this earth, and this whole entire earth was made for our sakes. And I'm not just saying that to just be saying that. I'm saying that because, baby, it is written, okay? I gotta calm down. I get it right, man. Yeah, read that again. Read that.
I will overturn it,
Yeah.
and it shall be no more.
Right, and it shall be no more corruption, man, because corruption comes from these other nations. When they lies and deceit, vain glory, different gods that are being worshipped, that all goes back to them. But when we're in power, when the elect men are in power, hey, everything, order is restored. And that's the way it's going to go down, man. That's the way the Most High is going to set it up. It's like I said earlier before, if you look around, these same Edomites out there that were once doing really good financially, they doing bad now, man. You even got these middle class Edomites, they're on the street homeless. That's how bad it's gotten, man. You know, you got niggas out here in the world doing better than Esau. Okay, got more money. You know, and you know what too? Because my mother, she went down to West End, and all she saw was, you know, people of color shopping and getting, you know, and getting bags of clothes and all of that stuff. And then she ain't seen not one Edomite buy anything, man. That's how bad it's gotten. So Esau's going downhill in his own society, in his own fucking kingdom. Come on, man. Yeah, read that.
Said, and it shall be no more until he come whose right it is.
Right.
And I will give it him.
Yep. And I mean, and if they were buying something, they weren't really hardly buying anything, man. And I myself see it too. When I go in these stores, man, I see that a lot of these devils, they don't really hardly buy anything no more. And they looking poor now. They looking all messed up and just, you know, just dry now, man. They don't have that confidence that they used to have.
They shopping at Poundland.
Right. A lot of them are shopping in Poundland now. So that higher mentality or that higher mindset they used to have, they don't have that anymore.
What's they call it? Disposable funds or something like they call it? They're lacking that disposable,
Right.
yeah.
They don't have that though, man. And the reason why these devils are going downhill because a lot of these jobs, these hand-to-hand jobs, they're getting shipped overseas.
Right.
Because it's already been brought out on the BBC that the British don't want to work. They don't want to work. So what's happening is Jake is getting all the jobs, okay, because they know that we're better workers and they ain't trying to do the work. So the other thing is, you know what, we going to ship, because you got these companies out there that have made billions of dollars and billions. And they want to keep making that money so they can maintain that lavish lifestyle. So if they can ship the jobs overseas and get more and cheaper labor, then that's what they're going to do. And this is why Britain is going downhill. Okay? That's what's going on. So read that. We're going to revert back to the point. I was going up into something else. Okay. Yeah, so you got something, right? You're going.
It's Isaiah 19.
Isaiah. Go on.
Isaiah 19 and 14 and says, Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof,
Yep.
and they have caused Egypt to err in every way
Right, that
thereof.
perverse spirit is these different philosophies that are being brought forth, man. Okay, like 2 men get married and 2 women get married. You got a question?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's finish this. Let's finish this first, and then I'll get to your question. Yeah, read that.
As the drunken man staggereth in his vomit,
Yep.
neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
Yeah, and it's going to get to that point where the economy is going to collapse. There's not going to be no jobs at all. But right now, we're in a time where he's so staggering right now because of this information that he's bringing out to destroy his own self and the means. So now you can have a question.
What religion do you guys believe in?
What are Israelites?
The what? Sorry, don't record me, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're not on camera. You're not on camera. Oh, you was before. It's not me now. Yeah, what are
Was
Israelites?
I on camera before?
No, I'm saying.
There's one there, look, watching you, look.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, what I'm saying is what we're saying is we're the Jews now.
What
That's
the-
who we
the
really,
what?
we're the real Jews. The so-called
Oh,
Negroes.
Judaism.
Yeah, the so-called
Oh,
blacks. Yeah. The so-called blacks that want to call them slave ships are the real Israelites.
If you're a Jew, why do you have to be there?
Huh?
You guys are the real Jews. They're the real Jews.
Right, we're the real Jews. And basically the
So
Bible.
you guys believe in Jesus? Which I already taught.
Don't worry about that. That's not the question.
That's what I'm not going to do with it.
I'll deal with that, but that's going into something else.
It's a costume. It's not a costume if this is his religion.
Right, but the
Not
point of the
really.
matter, it's all right though. It's all right. But I just don't want to get, I don't want to jump around. But the thing about it is, to answer your question, the Bible really is our book, okay? The so-called black man's book, all right? But we're Israelites. I don't really like to use that term black. You know what I mean? We're the Israelites. That's just
Why
what we
don't you
are.
like to use the word black?
What's that?
Term? Why don't you like?
Because it's a negative connotation,
What do you mean negative?
and no one's black anyway. We're all brown. So that's a false term to call somebody.
No, shit, he's talking about skin tone. Brown.
Now your shirt is black, your jacket's black, my beard is black, but I'm not the same color as my skin. But that's not who I am anyway. Who I am, I'm an Israelite. I'm a Jew.
What they
Okay?
called?
I'm a Jew. I'm the real Jew.
No, the word that you just said, what's it?
What's that?
The word that you said. It's,
I'm an Israelite. That's really what I am. Israelite, yeah.
okay.
That's
What
really
does
what
that
we
mean?
are. Well, it means he is the Prince of Power. He is the Son of God.
Okay.
From the Hebrew word Yasha Allah. Yeah, so get me Jeremiah 14:2. I'm gonna show you something. Edify. That's what we are. That's what we represent. Now, where you guys from?
What do you mean?
Now I'm saying like the nationality.
We're from Yemen.
Okay. I haven't met hardly anybody from Yemen. Okay. Well, I mean I don't really know too much about Yemen, but basically, what's that?
Arab. Ishmaelites.
Ishmael, right? Okay. Well, you would be. Yeah, that's what I was getting. Yeah.
You what?
So that's the Ishmaelites, the Arab.
Okay. What did you say?
So you're the same people as the Ethiopians, Eritreans,
We're not the same
all
people.
mingled together with Arabs and all that.
Everybody from
Just separate
every single country, we all originate from Africans. We all originate from black people, regardless
But you know what,
of
though,
anything.
she's right, though,
And
brother.
we
She's
do
right.
original. Back in the day, the Australians that you see now, they used to be black. So don't sit like nobody can sit there and say, oh yeah, Australians are white. We're not white. Nobody's white.
No, but you
Nobody's
know what?
white.
But you know what,
I'm
though,
trying
I'm
to
gonna
say,
say-
we're not
I get what you're
Europeans.
saying. I get
Because
what you're saying.
you don't like the word black, so we're not Europeans. That's what it is. I'm
She
very
all right, though.
educated.
Sorry.
I am
What
right.
I'm saying is, okay, check this out.
I'm
No,
a root you.
No, but what does the
I
word
didn't get root
educate?
you. If I want to get root you, I can get root you. I didn't get root you.
No, check this out. Check this out, right?
That's all.
It's all right. It's all right. No, it's all right. It's all right. This is cool. It's
If you're not religion,
What I'm
you're
saying-
not very
what I'm
believing.
saying
You
is
will not
this.
tell me to
What I'm
tell
saying
that
is
girl
this,
to
right?
fuck off. If you
Is
had
that
an issue with
what
me,
we're
you
saying is we are the Jews, we're the
and not
Israelites.
communicate through your
Let's
friends.
keep reading.
It just seems like you're a freak.
Communicate with you now.
Yeah, we can have a conversation. It's not a problem.
All right, we
But
gonna
there was
read-
no
we gonna
need-
read the scripture.
We're not
We're not out
debating.
here to
It's not-
argue.
I don't do arguments. I do debate. I can go back and forth.
Jeremiah
Before
14
and again.
and 2,
You know
and
what
it
I'm trying to
says,
say?
you should just go with the through the money and the guess their of language.
Right. They gave our language. Now this goes back to your question. You got a question, right? Let's deal with the question now. Yeah, go on.
I'm very
They
curious.
are black onto the ground,
Right. They are black onto the ground.
and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Right. So that when you look up that word black, it means dark skin. That's why I didn't want to deal with the word black. Okay. If we're
Okay,
really
I
dark
hear you.
skin.
I hear you.
Okay. But I mean, what we were saying was is your line probably goes back to the people of Kush, because everybody was scattered abroad. Now I want to deal
Yeah.
with what you said as well.
Yeah.
Because you said something that was key.
Yeah.
Now we all didn't come from white people.
Yeah.
Everybody was dark skinned from the beginning
Yeah.
of time. But what you had was you had different lines of people.
Yeah.
Just because we're all dark skinned people don't make us all the same.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what that goes back into. But what we are, we're the Jews. The so-called Jamaican man you might see walking down the street, or so-called Haitian person, or so-called African American, or so-called Nigerian, West Africa, they're the Israelites. That's what the truth is about. That's all.
Okay, so how did you come to the terms of that? That's what religion you are. That's what your faith
You know what
is.
proves that? Because we're under the same curses that the Jews had to deal with in Deuteronomy 28. So we're fitting those curses right now.
Are you like the priest?
Huh?
No, it's not called a priest. It's a public speaker.
Yeah.
Well, she's right. We are the priests. In a way, we are the priests because we do ceremonies, we do the Passover and things like that. Give me Deuteronomy 28 because she asked me, right, which is a good question. How is it that we prove that we're the Jews?
Yeah.
Because we just proved it from Jeremiah 14:2. How they're dark-skinned people.
Can I also ask you another question without you taking no disrespect to what I'm trying to say? Because I'm just trying to understand where you
There's
guys
no
are coming from.
disrespect here.
No, I'm about to say something, but I
Okay.
don't want you to take it in a wrong kind of
Oh,
term.
right.
So I'm saying, how do you know that 110% that the book that my man has in his hand right now is where is the realest book? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's
because we don't know where these books come from at the end of the day. I am a Muslim. I'm not going to deny that and say, oh, whatever. But sometimes I do question religion. I question everybody's religion,
That's
not
fine,
just
that's
mine.
fine.
I question everything. So how do you know that this is the right book for you? How do you know?
That's a
Like,
good
have you read it? Have you read it over and
That's a
over
good
again? Have you understood it? Because realistically, anything that happens is a psychological thing.
But you know what
I'm
you're
trying
gonna
to say?
all right, no, I feel what you're saying, but you gotta let me dabble with your first one, and then
Okay.
I will deal with that. That's a very good question. You're going.
So, I know
I have to
about
deal
that.
with that question. I like that. The 28 and stop from verse 15. Actually, you know what? Just get to the main one. Get to 16.
I don't know why you're reading like a little rehearsal.
No, because every question I ask him, it refers to
Yeah, verse
something.
68.
For example,
Like Deuteronomy 28 and 68, when it says,
Somebody gotta get those signs, man. Y'all gotta get the signs.
So, sir, I'm so interested in this.
Because I mean, we really just doing this to edify, man. You know what I mean? To edify people that need to learn, and those that are watching on YouTube, guys. So go on, you guys.
like Deuteronomy 15 and 20, so like Deuteronomy 28 and 60.
Actually, I tell you what. Yeah, hold what you got, and get me Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
I beg you know what?
One second.
Fucking tired for this.
Sorry, one second.
Hello?
It's all right, bro. It's cool, man.
I'm just very intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I like to learn. I have a lot of self-knowledge. So I'm just trying to find out.
Deuteronomy 1 and 1, and it says, these be the words which Moses spake unto Israel,
Right.
unto all Israel.
Right. So these be the words that he spoke unto Israel.
Okay.
So these are the words of prophecy that we're reading right here to the Israelites. Okay, so let's find out if we fit the bill, or do these so-called Jews, I call them, fit the bill. Let's read Deuteronomy 28 and 16.
That Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, and it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Yep. Yeah, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now we all understand that every nation went in captivity at one time or another. But what nation went enslaved with ships? It's only one people. It's these people on the side. And not just the so-called blacks. Okay, so-called I call them, because that's what they're called today. But even the northern kingdom, the Latino people from South Central America, they went on slave ships. So they fit that prophecy, and there's other prophecies I can go into. So that's how we prove that this Bible is our book. And how you further prove, now I want to deal with the second question now. The second question is, how do we prove that the Bible is actually true? Now give me Matthew's 24. There's so many precepts we can get on this.
Can I say something before you go on to that?
No, I tell you what, just be
Okay,
patient,
okay, hold on.
and then you can say what you see going on. Start from verse 1. Where the Lord spoke about the disciples.
This is Matthew 24, and the one and says, I said Jesus, and it says, and Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately saying,
Right, so the disciples came unto him privately saying, you're going,
tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of the coming and of the end of the world?
what should be the signs of the end of the world? So let's say somebody's watching this, right, and they have that question in their mind. How did you know that the Bible is telling the truth? We're going further read on now. Go on.
It says, and Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive
Right,
many.
so after the death of the Lord, or who he called Jesus Christ, after he was going to die, you're going to have false messiahs. The word messiah means the anointed one. So you're going to have false leaders or religious sects coming out in the woodworks. That's what's just going to happen at the end of the day. Christianity coming in the midst as well, because Christianity ain't dealing with the Bible. We've already dealt with that, 3 weeks ago? So that's a false anointed one. But what we're bringing about is the true gospel that the disciples was preaching 2,000 years ago. That's all it was. But let's further read this. Now that's a prophecy.
Does
It's recording us.
That answers part
Listen,
of the
take it
question.
out.
Can you not do that, please?
I'll call you down the
I asked
street.
you very nicely.
And
Yeah,
it
just keep the
says,
camera
I
on me,
asked you,
brothers. It's
please,
all right.
very nicely,
and ye
please.
shall hear
Do not do that.
of wars and
really
rumors
nice.
of
You've been
wars.
drinking, haven't you?
Now we should hear
You've
wars
been
and
drinking,
rumors of
innit?
wars.
I can smell booze. You've been drinking.
How do you know?
Because I can smell it.
Okay,
Or
but
they've
we
been
asked you
drinking.
nicely.
Well, we can't deal with it.
Yeah, she's been drinking booze, man. I can smell it.
We asked
Yeah.
you nicely. The question
I
is.
can't-
Yeah, I can
The
smell it,
question
man.
was directed at the religion.
Ah, you see? That's why she's acting that way, you know? Yeah. You see? I can smell it, man.
The
Sing.
faculties are straight. You can see it too. You can see it.
Yeah,
Faculties
What can you see? Sorry.
yeah, she's boozed up, man. Boozed up.
tell us something wrong, right?
Yeah, boozed up, yeah. Boozed
Yeah, the
up.
point of the matter is,
Yeah, the one behind you there.
Pardon?
the point of the matter is,
She's cute. She's got a little bit of knowledge. Her friend.
It's not a little bit of knowledge, and that's my cousin, and she's very educated as well as
No,
I am.
she's not. She's boozed up, man.
Very educated as well as I am.
Boozed up. Boozed up.
We're very educated. Pardon?
What's the
I am
word?
very educated. I am very self-knowledge.
No, but what
I'm
does
not
it mean?
educated for school and college and university, all of them things. I do self-knowledge.
Self.
I have a lot of self-knowledge.
People that are meant to preach, they're not meant to be laughing.
well, sure, you don't need to talk. Let her speak.
No, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I try
She
to
ain't got her
find out-
faculties, this one, so let her know this one. She's
Okay,
boozed
please
up.
don't be disrespectful.
Yeah,
around
she's
me.
bruised up, okay.
Orange juice in there.
Disrespectful.
That is quite disrespectful. It is quite
You gotta say
disrespectful. Pardon?
You gotta
The
say it
preachers
like
on
it
stage
is.
now, the
You gotta say it like
gangsters.
what it is.
Like it is.
Like what
Then
is?
it is go disrespectful.
What's like